Congratulations, you just declared war on the wrong species. The message echoed across the Galactic Senate chamber, loud and final. The holographic image of the Terran ambassador, tall, expressionless, eyes hard as neutron stars, stared into the assembly of over 1,000 species. The tension was sharp enough to slice through armor plating. Seconds earlier, the Supreme Chancellor of the Threx Dominion had slammed his ceremonial scepter down, his voice shrill with arrogance as he declared war on the Soul Confederacy. The chamber had buzzed with approval. Most considered the humans soft, fractured, barely a few centuries out of their cradle. The Threx believed themselves unstoppable. Now, the ambassador had responded. 7 words. No threats. No pleas. Just fact. They didn't understand. Not yet. The Threx had power. Yes. Their empire spanned 200 star systems. Their fleet was the 3rd largest in the quadrant. Their soldiers were bred in tanks, muscle-bound and fanatically loyal. But they'd never fought humans. The war started the next week. The Threx fleet entered Sector 93, expecting to blitz through human defenses. They found empty stations, self-destructed habitats, and strange coded messages left behind. Nice ship. Be a shame if something happened to it. Laughter echoed from nowhere across open comms. Then silence. Then death. The humans didn't fight like other species. They didn't line up, didn't challenge honorably. They lured. They feigned weakness. They hacked into Threx ships, flipped life support, detonated reactors remotely. Whole fleets vanished, no wreckage left, just scattered debris and a chilling, recurring message. Still think we're soft? By the 3rd week, the Threx homeworld was on high alert. Civilian panic spread. Their news feed showed footage of Terran stealth craft hovering silently in orbit before vanishing into clouds. No, just psychological siege. Power grids flickered. Emergency broadcasts triggered randomly. Population centers heard strange Terran music play in the night. War song from Earth's ancient past. The Threx tried to retaliate by assassinating a Terran commander. The man's clone was already waiting to replace him. The assassin's head was mailed back to the Threx Chancellor, inside his own private palace, without any record of infiltration. Panic turned to hysteria. A fleet of Threx elite dreadnoughts was dispatched to Sol itself. Humanity allowed them to approach, even let them enter orbit of Earth. Just as the Threx prepared to strike, every ship in the fleet went offline. No weapons, no engines. Every viewport displayed a message. This is your only chance to surrender. The Threx laughed. Then Earth showed its teeth. From the planet's surface rose 12 behemoth ships, each kilometers long, covered in armor so black it absorbed all light. The ships pulsed with gravitic energy, the kind outlawed by the Galactic Concord for being too dangerous. Earth had built them in secret, under the ice caps, powered by antimatter and human resolve. A single beam from one ship vaporized the Threx command cruiser. No explosion, just disappearance. The remaining ships didn't wait. They tried to flee, but human AI had already infected their navigation systems. Every escape route led back to Earth's orbit. One by one, the Terran dreadnoughts picked them off. The last ship was allowed to leave, on purpose. It carried a survivor, screaming and broken, who would tell the Threx what he saw. Back in the Galactic Senate, silence reigned. The Threx Chancellor was pale, visibly shaking. He tried to summon support, appealing to centuries of interstellar alliances. But the other species remained still. The Suroth, the Venery, the ancient Mekhari, all species that had once eyed Earth with suspicion, now refused to speak. They had seen what humans could do when provoked. The ambassador returned to the chamber. No guards, no army, just him. He walked to the center, placed the data crystal on the pedestal, and let it activate. Holograms appeared. Footage from Earth's past. Cities bombed into ashes, oceans poisoned by oil and blood, genocides, nuclear fire, climate collapse. And then footage of human recovery, building, surviving, rising. We've war with ourselves longer than your species has existed, he said quietly. We've mastered pain, loss, sacrifice. We don't seek war. But if war finds us, we don't fight to win. His eyes scanned the chamber, burning with a quiet rage. "We fight to end." He turned to the Threx Chancellor. "You mistook kindness for weakness, diplomacy for cowardice. Now your empire ends. Not because we want it, but because you left us no choice." The chamber erupted into argument. The Chancellor shouted, accusing humanity of violating galactic war protocols. The ambassador didn't respond. He didn't need to. Outside, above the galactic capital station, ships hovered silently. One of them emitted a signal, a countdown. The Senate had 60 seconds to decide: back the Threx or stand down. The count reached 10 before every representative voted to revoke the Threx's Senate privileges and issue full sanctions. The countdown stopped. Humanity had made its point. In the following weeks, the Threx Dominion collapsed. Its outer world surrendered, eager to align with Earth rather than face annihilation. Rebels rose within the Threx military, supported quietly by Terran operatives. The Chancellor fled, only to be found weeks later, floating in an escape pod in deep space, comatose from oxygen deprivation. Earth didn't expand its territory. It didn't install governors or conquer worlds. It simply issued a statement: "Leave us alone, or don't. We'll survive either way." Galactic civilization was never the same again. The humans returned to their quiet corner of the stars. But everyone remembered the message. The Threx had declared war with pride, expecting an easy victory. Instead, they declared war on the one species that had already survived the worst enemy of all: themselves. Tools.